It might appear bright in my room, but the sun appears to have just gone for a wander. And I'm tempted because I'm awake pretty early to go to a different CEX today. It's been a while, so I'm gonna have a bit of a CEX stock check, look at what is where, see if any of the games on my list are anywhere near. It has been well over a month now since I've been to a CEX that isn't local, so I'll have a quick look. Back in a sec. Yeah, this has gone. This has definitely gone to plan. Well, I know where I'm going today. Fantastic. Because there's a couple of games on my list, and they're more local than I thought they'd be. So it looks like we're not going as far out as we thought. Because it's not looking good. Oh, look, 2008 SmackDown. Took me forever to get that, and then I ended up with like 4 of them. 2009 took me a while to get that too. Bloody hell, I've not seen that in a long time. The PlayStation 3 clip-on keypad. Well, it was nice and early. Now it's nearly 2 o'clock. My mother appeared out of nowhere, and that is always a whole thing. I've decided I'm going to go in B&M. Adult things from this week that have been a thing that I didn't expect to be as big of a problem is finding a bin that I don't hate, a bin that isn't too big, that isn't see-through or circular. I've decided I don't like circular bins because you never put anything in a circular bin that fits very well, so you end up having to push your hand in there. I don't like it. It's annoying. I want something not circular but not too tall, and preferably with a lid so that it doesn't smell. And I also don't want to spend a fortune on things, so let's check B&M. I feel like B&M's got a lot of tat. Or maybe like the Aldi special buy section. I'm also staring to what I can only presume is a really expensive reg. In fact, yeah, it's got an urban kit on it, so it's a probably Yanamize-esque car. 96X is the reg I'm looking at right now. Cool. Anyway, let's head across over to CEX and get those 2 games that I was supposed to get the other day that I got sidetracked for that Piglet game for instead. And let's go have a look for a bin. You know, I'm often very grateful that my local CEX is so good. They restock things so quick. So we've got Baldur's Gate, potentially 1 and 2. I don't know if Dark Alliance is some sort of spin-off. There's a real decent chance that I don't know things here, and that Baldur's Gate, no subtitle, is like a PC game from way back when, and then Dark Alliance is some sort of PS2 spin-off. The same way that when I was a kid, we thought that Call of Duty Finest Hour was Call of Duty 1, and it isn't. It's like a Call of Duty 1 spin-off for console. There's loads of instances where they did stuff like that. But yeah, I'm very grateful that it doesn't seem to matter just how frequently I do go to my local CEX. There is usually something new, whether it be something PS2 related or something rare as well. I did take a look at the stock, and the stock in some of the other CEXs near me right now is just abysmal. Even if I were to drive out there, I don't think I'd actually come home with something. Whereas, at least at the minute, even though I'm going to the same CEX on repeat, I am usually coming back with something. It's a bit of a shame. I'll talk about it more later. I know that I did. But for example, there's a couple of PS2 rarities that have shown up in my local CEX today. Well, I keep saying my local CEX, in Stafford CEX today, that I bought digitally, not digitally, online from CEX's stock website thing. And I just sort of wished I hadn't, because that sort of took the ability to go and hunt for it away. And I was going to get a cash converters, I think, but I just ended up not. I'm voicing this over in post, and I do a lot of the voiceovers for the CEX walkarounds in post. And I don't remember if this was the day that I got trapped in CEX, or if it was the day prior with the rain. I'm doing a lot of these back to back. Check this out though, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. That is a brilliant game. Played that a lot as a kid. The sequels to it, very expensive. The third one, which is another one that I had delivered, sadly, but it's a very uncommon one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 is like £175 with a manual on PlayStation 2 at the minute. So that is a trilogy that is difficult to come by. I think there is maybe 4 or 5 PS2 Turtles games. There's the TMNT one, that's the weird little CGI movie game that came out 15 years ago, 2009 or so. Although 15 years ago is 2010, Christ. There's the 3 TMNT 2004 era ones, which was the one I just showed you. And then there's TMNT Mutant Melee, which I did play a lot as a kid as well. Also, that Resident Evil 5 that I just saw there, if it was in better condition, I might get it. Because I don't technically own the gold edition of the game, which is the PlayStation Move version, which is like the Wii equivalent. I remember I watched a Let's Play when I was a kid of RE4 on the Wii from a guy called Exelga or something like that. And the Wii version looked like the best way of playing the original RE4 because of the motion controls before, well, VR RE4, which is one of my favourite gaming experiences ever. And I got that RE5 version thinking it'd be like the next best thing that I could do, but it didn't feel anywhere near the same. Nice to see that CEX Stafford had a bit of a restock of stuff. The PS2 section was looking very different, and after I did many laps, feels like I've done quite a few laps of Stafford right now. Like if I'd have mapped that out on Strava, I'd have done a pretty big circle. But I feel like I found exactly what I wanted. This seems to fit the bill from what I described in my head. It's got a lid, and it's the right shape, and it isn't too big. It fits in the gap that I want it to fit in. Oh, I didn't just break it. Anyway, I also got the games that I went in for, and I think I've even planned out like the next few things I might buy, depending on if they're still there, of course. It's always nice when that happens. Stafford CEX has been pretty good for a while, like also with the Project Zero as well. It's a real shame, because the Project Zero games were games that I ordered and didn't hunt for. I made a bit of a mistake a couple of years ago, or a year and a half ago, I don't know. Before I started doing the YouTube videos and I started collecting and I was doing it on TikTok only, a lot of the more fancy stuff I would have delivered to me from CEX's website rather than going out and hunting, which sort of robs me of the ability to do a video like this about it, which is a shame. But, dear, whatever. Let's head back. Well, I'm home. Things have been moved, but let me show you guys what we got today, shall we? And then it's time to make some chicken. So 2 PlayStation 2 games again. I feel like everything I bought recently has been a PlayStation 2 game. So first of all, we got Hitman Contracts. I don't know if this is technically Hitman 1 or not, but I was really surprised with how pristine this is. This and the next game that I bought are in really, really good condition. Like, it's just a very clean looking case. For the second game I got, if you couldn't have already guessed, Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. I would bet that one person traded both of these in at the same time. I would be quite surprised. Quite surprised if they didn't. I think there is maybe one more Hitman game on the PlayStation 2. I think Hitman Blood Money was one of those weird cross-generation games where it didn't come out on the PS3, but it did come out on the 360, because I know that Blood Money is definitely on the 360. I'm not even really a big fan of Hitman. I don't like stealth much, but they'll look cool on the shelf. So there's that. We've got a bit of filming filmingception going on right now. So that's recording for the tube, and this is recording for TikTok. Everybody say hello to one another. You guys watching on TikTok, go over there, or maybe don't. I don't know, because typically you guys on YouTube are a lot smarter. Trust me, if you guys can see my TikTok comments sometimes, I don't know if you want them over here. It's not a good thing. Cayle, what's for lunch? 280 grams of chicken thigh. Yay. What's for dinner? More chicken. Yay. And now, following on from the chicken, I'm going to have a protein cookie. Although, despite the fact that it's a protein cookie, it's only 14 grams of protein. I actually eat these for the carbs in them. They taste really good. They're pretty soft. 280 calories, 10 grams of fat, 39 grams of carbs. Because carbs are your primary energy source when training in the gym, and a lot of my meals are just pure protein. Like, there was no carbs in that 3 chicken thighs, so I need the carbs. So it's now 9 o'clock. I've just finished at the gym. I've just finished my walk. I was going to bring the camera along, but the weather took a turn, so I couldn't. These cameras are very not waterproof, so I didn't risk it. But I think that's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I don't think there's much else. My next big job is I want to make a move on fixing my lights, because my lights have been messed up for like 8 months, and I want to get that fixed. And a new tap in the kitchen. I'm doing a lot of house admin at the minute, but I want to get it all done, because it's been something I've talked about for too long. Anyway, see you in a bit.